My name is Mavis. Today I'm going to talk about the Turtuni painting. The Turtuni story created using Tiwi narrative that I have designed using the concept of Tiwi storytelling through art. The Turtuni story is used as an engagement tool for our collaborative research project on the Tiwi Islands to plan for biodiversity and sustainable development. The story of the painting explains the Tiwi perspective and the concept about caring for country and the importance of cultural values to be in place for Tiwi future of the Tiwi biodiversity and sustainable development on Murakabuni, which is place and country. In this presentation, I will talk about the Turtuni painting and the ideas within and behind it, and the story it tells. I will also talk about how we will use the painting through our research project and the artwork, how it can be used. The painting was done by a local artist. Her name is Mavis Kerinaiua, which is my older sister. So the Turtuni story is created again using narrative that I have designed using the concept of Tiwi storytelling through art. The Turtuni story is used as engagement tool for collaborative research project on Tiwi Islands to plan for biodiversity and sustainable development. The story of the painting explains, again, repeating the same. The Tiwi ways, and what is caring for country and importance of cultural values to be in place for Tiwi future for Tiwi biodiversity, sustainable development on the Murakabuni project. This is the presentation where I'll be talking more about the painting, the ideas, and how working in collaboration means for Tiwi. So on the right side of the painting, we'll start on the left side of the painting. The left side of the painting talks about acknowledgement of our ancestors. And as we come into the middle of the post, that talks about today. And the next post is the future. So as we come towards this collaboration, we're walking upwards. So that's the footprints. The footprints coming up is the people. So we're working with Tiwi and Western research and scientists. As we come up, we're making decisions together. How can we plan for better biodiversity, sustainable development for Tiwi Islands, and working up together, creating our partnership through understanding our memorandum. And as we come up again, we have created an agreement together and how we work together using Tiwi methodology and principal guides to research. So as we come up, we see the hands of our ancestors holding our islands, and on the top of the island we have our governance structure, which is our skill group. And each skill group is attached to the biodiversity too. We have the sun, the pandanus, and the rock, and the fish. So that's our 4 main art skill group that we use for governance and for decision-making process. Because sometimes decision can get lost in the transaction, and that's why we have at the bottom of the painting, we have the leaves which we use as a for smoking ceremony, because sometimes the path can get crooked in decision making. So we come together as one collaborative research, working together, Tiwi and Western sides. So in a way, this is like our Tiwi policy. What Tiwi want for each land groups. And together we work on policy, what is right and what is level to provide what's good for future development, investment, and outcomes. So the dots in the middle there, that's the people working up towards each stages as we go along with our collaborative research. So this is also placed as a living document, whereas it's a future blueprint. The future can adapt that and change format, adaptation according to what's happening at that time. So giving the young ones opportunity to add on to the poll, the Turtuni poll, adding technology and how we keep this work ongoing. And to use this Turtuni model and framework for our schools, for education, especially around looking after the country. So at the moment on the Tiwi Islands, there's so many developments happening, and sometimes the community feels left out, but they're not part of the decision-making process. Hopefully, this is a guide to safeguard decisions where we are not destroying our environment. We're not setting up economic projects that fails investments. So this is a guideline. So many times we see project files, especially around land management, land development. How can we use the Turtuni framework for conservation, also preservation of our cultural knowledge and values. It is important that using artwork to convey these messages for each individual, especially for Tiwi, where they can relate to the painting and what it means to be Tiwi and to take care of our country. Because our country is part of us, it's part of the future. And how can we create this policy by implementing our what Tiwi wants to be preparing for country. So I'll stop now, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you, Mavis. What a beautiful way to record and document these, this project and this work that you're doing to preserve Tiwi ways and Tiwi knowledges in collaboration. It's such important and timely work that you're doing up there, and hopefully setting an example that we can use into the future, like you say, pass on to the children. Yeah. So we've had some comments. Elizabeth Thompson says, thank you, this is incredible. Rachel Steinman says, cultural values. Can you say anything more about what you mean by this?
Cultural values is what we have that has been passed down from our ancestors, and how we care for our plants and animals, our country. And most of the cultural values we use in terms of totem, which comes from, the animals, totem, dreaming, stories that come from the country. So all the cultural knowledge and values, what plants and animals for us to use and to preserve. What we can take from the bush without destroying land. Our Tiwi culture, we take some, we leave some back.
Yeah, about that reciprocal relationship. Yeah.
Yes.
Emily's asked, she said, I'm wondering what future plans you have, Mavis, for more artwork or different ways to use this artwork into the future.
I'm hoping that the artwork will open the mindsets of the young people to get them more involved and take leadership and drive this. We need the young ones, but we want to add technology with our cultural knowledge also be recorded, documented, and maintained.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, is there any more questions from anyone out there? Everybody's just saying lots of thank yous. Mavis?
I guess my main one is for the younger people to be included, to be part of this, to own it, to have ownership and control, and they can format the Turtuni framework as they go.
Are you working with school groups and children on their Tiwi Islands with the projects?
Not really. At the moment, I'm just working with students, adult students from Tata. It's a Tiwi Island Training Employment Board. We're just doing activities around the country, but basically for participatory mapping, which Turtuni can act as that too. So it's a conversational starter.
Yep. Yeah. And yeah, great.
So when we're working with our people, they see this and everyone has a feeling towards it because they recognize it in their own way. The framework has opened up a lot of barriers, and now we're having the Tiwi Land Council, which is part of the partnership too with ARC Linkage. Now, when I use the Turtuni framework as a welcome statement.
Yeah. Kate has asked, thank you, Mavis. I'd be interested to know what's been the most challenging part of this kind of interdisciplinary work, and is there anything scientists can do to be better collaborators?
Work together with us into creating this framework. I can be working at collaborative partnership. We're all working side by side and getting all the right outcomes and good results, especially for evidence-based impact study, all those important factual evidence that we need, because Tiwi Island has become a hot topic for a lot of development and mining. So we do have our own Tiwi science too, we all know knowledge, understand knowledge, bring all this together and level it out together. So we all have our roles. We are walking side by side up towards the Turtuni.
Thank you, Mavis. Okay, have we got any other questions from anyone? I think we've gone through. So I just want to say thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to add, Mavis, further?
Not at the moment, but that I am very privileged that this has come, the Turtuni framework, and I think it's that collaboration, everyone add to this, I can be formatted together to create this stronger framework that's viable. That's continue on.
Emily has said, I love the gesture and image of us coming together. Thank you, Mavis.
You're welcome.
And Chris has said, I would love to collaborate with the Tiwi Islands children and Mavis for the Threatened Species Day. Kate has said, thank you, Mavis. This work is a really great example.
Bit more to explain, some of those meanings in the painting.
Oh, sure.
Just a quick one. So going back to the picture, Michaela, as you see on the bottom, that's a leaf. I think the leaf is the very important one. So on the bottom of the painting, there's a leaf we use. It's called Turtuni leaf. It represents the smoking ceremony for healing and chasing bad spirits away. And sometimes the path it takes can be crooked and can sometimes get lost in the transaction of decision-making process. And I think that's what resonated a lot with the Land Council too, if we all want to see a good outcome. But it's hard. That's why we started smoking ceremony, because we need to heal ourselves. The other one was the Pamjini. The Pamjini is an armband used in ceremony to represent the Tiwi pathway and identity, the belonging and connection to country, language, and Tiwi heritage. The circle within the Turtuni, as we talked earlier on the top, that's our main 4 arts inputs. And they're the decision makers too for governance and country. So as we come up to leadership for each Tiwi family and responsibility, we have each other in our home, workplace, community, country. So the spear, known as Numuriaka, it represents the crocodile tail. There's a crocodile, the Chuwaka, it That's the tail of the crocodile. So because the crocodile it travels around the Tiwi Island and protects the sea and the land. So it's part of our leadership. So the hands, as I said earlier, is our spirit, ancestor spirit guiding us all the way. So eventually I will get all this really written up for education. And I believe the children should learn this too as part of their culture and understanding of science, especially environmental science. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So much knowledge, and in that one small painting, if people come into the gallery and see it, it's not very big, but there's a lot of information.
Yeah. I couldn't stick with one. There's just so much, and I think that's why each individual back home has its own connotation towards it. I think it's their own responsibility to their land. As each in Tiwi, there's no such thing as one leader. We all leaders, and we all have our roles and responsibility. Especially caring for the country.
Sounds to me like a pretty good way to operate, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a social scientist that's been working with Mavis, and then one of the amazing things is to see the Tiwi knowledge practice that comes with the policy of how it's done and who the authorities are. And that Mavis' work is really helping to make this visible for everyone so that the scientific teams, the social scientific teams, the Tiwi people can in a way remember and comply with this policy and this way of going on together. It's quite transformative.
Oh, what an exciting project to be involved in. You're very lucky. Yeah, it's wonderful. Rachel has just said, I love how all Tiwi people can read the symbols and share the strength in sharing this, share the roles and responsibilities. Great to hear and take note of. Yeah. Okay. Well, we might now say goodbye. Mavis, are you going to stick around and see the other talks for a little while? Yes? Okay. Great. Thank you again. And if you can the COVID situation gets a little bit less, apparently we're at the peak right now, then hopefully you can come down and see the exhibition before it closes down. It would be lovely to see you. Yeah.
My first time there.
Yeah, although I noticed you're quite hot there, you will have to be quite prepared for a considerable climate shift.
Make sure you rug up.
Yeah,
it's freezing.
I love my Tiwi sunshine too much.
Oh,
I'm very jealous of where you guys are right now.
Let's do the snow.
Yes. Okay. Bye for now. Sorry?
See you guys soon.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you soon too. All right. Thanks, Mavis.
Bye.
bye. Thank you.